A very good evening. You're listening to the news roundup on Gold FM.
The top story on Gold FM.
In your top story, the bodies of 84 Iranian sailors killed following an American torpedo attack on the IRIS Dana off the coast of Gaul are being repatriated to Iran. A special aircraft currently at Mattal International Airport will transport the remains, which were formally handed over to the Iranian embassy in Colombo. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Tushar Rodrigo confirmed that the handover followed standard protocols for foreign nationals. The IRIS Dana ship sank on the 4th of March after a US submarine torpedoed it in international waters about 19 nautical miles from Gaul. While 84 lives were lost, a humanitarian operation led by the Sri Lankan government successfully rescued 32 other sailors from the vessel. In the meantime, the popular aircraft tracking website Flightradar24 confirmed the arrival of a Turkish aircraft at Mattala Rajapaksa Airport from Antalya, Turkey.
This is the local news on Gold FM.
Foreign Minister Vijitha Herath engaged in discussions with Russian Ambassador Levan S. Jagarin to secure a continuous fuel supply for the island. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced the ambassador's agreement to immediately convey Sri Lanka's request to the Russian government. During the meeting, the ambassador reaffirmed Russia's commitment to supporting Sri Lanka whenever necessary. In contrast to these diplomatic efforts, petroleum trade unions reported that 2 foreign companies involved in local fuel distribution decided to limit supplies to pumping stations. However, Ceylon Petroleum Corporation Managing Director Mayuranetta Kumara sought to ease public fears, stating that fuel stocks required until the end of April already exist under official orders. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake chaired a vital meeting of the Economic Oversight Committee at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday afternoon. The session focused on shielding the national economy and public welfare from external shocks. Discussions centered on rising global oil prices, disrupted shipping routes, and international trade hurdles stemming from the escalating conflict in the Middle East. The committee explored immediate measures to stabilize local markets against these global pressures. Electricity sector trade unions expressed satisfaction after a meeting with President Anura Kumara Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo this afternoon. Union representatives stated that the discussions yielded positive results and they remain confident the President will address their grievances fairly. The members clarified that the organizations maintained no intention of creating instability or opposing the government's mandate.
Now for some news in brief.
The National Water Supply and Drainage Board discovered the country's largest water ground near Kuras and Pitavadara with an estimated flow rate of about 10,000 litres per minute, surpassing the previous records held by the Madhu area.
The business news on Gold FM.
The all-share price index of the Colombo Stock Exchange declined 295.57 points to close at 21,692.55. The S&P SL 20 index also declined 87.63 points to close at 6,084.65 points. Total market turnover was 5.2 billion rupees. Global oil benchmarks retreated today following the departure of an Indian vessel from the Strait of Hormuz and new United States measures to stabilize energy markets. Brent futures fell 89 cents to $99 and 57 cents a barrel, while West Texas Intermediate crude dropped $1 and 72 cents to $94.
International news on Gold FM.
United States Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced the highest volume of airstrikes against Iran to date, claiming the coalition is on a plan to destroy all meaningful military capabilities of the Tehran regime. At a Pentagon briefing, officials stated that over 15,000 targets faced bombardment, including defense manufacturing sites and naval assets.
Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers, and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. Their missile volume is down 90%. Their one-way attack drones yesterday, down 95%. And as the world is seeing, they are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with, we have been dealing with it, and don't need to worry about it. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before.
General Dan Kane confirmed the US military maintains a focus on dismantling mine-laying operations in the Strait of Hormuz to ensure energy flows.
In just the first 13 days of this operation, our artillery forces have made history. They fired the first precision strike missiles ever used in combat, reaching deep into enemy territory. They've used Army ATACMS to sink multiple ships, including a submarine, and they've done all of this with the precision and determination that comes from relentless training and trust in each other and in their weapon systems. Today will be our heaviest day of kinetic fires across the operating area. CENTCOM continues to attack ballistic missile and drone capabilities so that they are no longer a threat to U.S. forces, our bases, or our partners. They're continuing to destroy the Iranian Navy to ensure freedom of navigation. This means going after Iran's mine-laying capability and destroying their ability to attack commercial vessels. And we're targeting their defense industrial base so they cannot rebuild the capabilities that can harm America's interests or our partners in the future. As Admiral Cooper said in his update on Wednesday, Iranian combat power continues to decline.
The conflict continues to spread across the region, with Iran launching a new wave of missiles towards Israel and drone attacks targeting military bases in Beersheba. In the Gulf, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain reported intercepting hundreds of incoming drones and missile strikes. Tensions further spiked as NATO confirmed downing a ballistic missile over Turkish airspace. The humanitarian toll is rising, with reports of fatalities from Israel airstrikes in southern Lebanon and an attack near a public rally in Tehran. In the occupied West Bank, residents face a surge in military raids and settler violence. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres arrived in Beirut for a solidarity visit, calling for an immediate ceasefire and an end to the dominance of armed groups.
Entertainment news on Gold FM.
Singer Morrissey abandoned a scheduled concert in Spain after claiming a lack of sleep left him in a catatonic state. The former Smiths frontman blamed loud techno music and megaphone announcement at a Valencia hotel for the cancellation. A statement on the Morrissey Central website described the experience as an indescribable hell, making rest impossible.
Sports news on Gold FM.
St. Thomas's College ended the second day of the 147th Battle of the Blues in a strong position after posting through 302 runs in their first innings at the SSC. Rashawn Salmons led the scoring with 66, while Gagan Gamage proved the pick of the bowlers. For Royal, with figures of 4 for 49. Royal College reached 175 for 4 at stumps, trailing by 127 runs, thanks to an unbeaten 70 from Ramiro Pereira and a solid 63 from Rehan Pires. Gimhan Mendes took 2 wickets from the Thromians to ensure the match remains competitive heading into the final day of play. The Iranian national football team issued a statement on social media asserting that no external power can exclude them from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This defiance follows an announcement by the Iranian Sports Ministry Ahmad Donnemali that the country would not participate in the tournament following military strikes by the United States and Israel. The team countered that the World Cup remains a FIFA-governed international event and that their qualification was secured through decisive victories on the pitch. And that's all the news for today. Stay tuned to Gold FM for the latest updates. This is Lavinindra Soma for Gold FM News. Have a great evening.